Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Joe. I'm a bag collector and an Hermes bag authenticator. This is the last video in this patch, so I'm getting a bit tired, but again, in this channel we talk about those a bit less talked about bags from my personal collection, which I consider something unique, something rare, and a lot of them are vintage bags, like this. Most of the videos in this patch that I made. So in front of us today, Hermes bag. It's called Depeche with the good lock system here. We talked about this, the good lock system, and it's a bag made for men. It's a man bag. I will tell you a bit later why I mentioned this. Actually, I want to clarify one important maybe message that I've been passing in all my previous videos that I just all of a sudden realized I was not clear enough. So when I talked about hand stitch and machine stitch, actually when I say hand stitch, I meant exclusively hand saddle stitch, meaning the two threads are crossed because they use two needles, two different threads. Actually, it's one thread. Well, two thread, and then they cross in the middle, which is the saddle stitch. The saddle stitch is important because when one stitch is loosened or broken, it doesn't affect the other stitches because they're crossed. Between every stitch, there's a knot. So because they're all knotted, you can imagine there's a small lock of each stitch. So that's why saddle stitch is so appreciated and important for luxurious bag making. And when I talked about machine stitch, actually I refer to, of course, the machine stitched stitching, which is done by a machine, which cannot create the saddle stitch. So the two threads, they are parallel, and they just go this way, go this way, go this way. And when one stitch is loosened or broken, you just pull it and all of them could come off. But actually, it is also possible when you hand stitch, but you do not do the saddle stitch. You do the normal stitch, which is faster, slightly faster, but I think it defeats all the purposes. But I do not exclude the possibility of, especially in Hermes vintage bags, having artisans using their hands to stitch the bags, but not applying the saddle stitch techniques. So this is possible. Even I feel not too much sense of it, but this is possible. Well, so when I again refer to hand stitch, I'm talking about hand saddle stitch. When I say machine stitch, I meant the stitches which are with parallel threads, which doesn't have the saddle stitchings, all auto locking system. Oh my god, I just created that word. Okay, anyway, again, back to this bag. So it is called Depeche. I don't know how to translate it. Express bag in English, because a Depeche means hurry up, bag, hurry up. Depeche, it's basically a bag, daily use bag. Well, so this is a model for men. It's a vertical bag, which is very rare actually in that time. We're talking about, I don't know when, I have to find the year stamp. So it's about 27-ish tall and about 19 wide. And it has one gusset, which is actually quite big if you fill it up. Let me try to use a bag to fill this up. I don't know if it can go in. Does it go in? Yeah, maybe. Let's try. So it actually has a quite good form. perfect. Oh my god, not perfect at all. Oh, I know what happened. So this side. As you can see, when it's really filled, you have to close actually down here instead of using the lock up there. Yeah, it's something like this. So it can hold actually quite a lot of things. Oh, I'm just okay. You know what? I will take the other bag out. The fagot or façon that I talked about last time. Well, anyway, so the bag, it has the structure down there. And actually interesting, I have another thing maybe I will not talk about today because I'm really tired. Maybe I will, which is in the same theory, which, because for men, I think, at least for Hermes, I think men really likes arranging. So it has a lot of small compartments, as you can see, and I think it's inspired by the document holders, document arrangers, organizers. Sorry, document organizers. I'm really tired today. That men use not, at that time. Nowadays, less and less. The main compartment is very simple. It's just this, and the closure, of course, as you know, it comes with a two small keys. Cute, right? You just go there, turn. Normally, not the other side, counterclockwise, and it's closed, completely closed. So to open it, normally clockwise, yeah, you feel a little bit like a small thing. Yeah, it's open, easy peasy. So what's interesting about this bag is it's adopted the what I would call Constance belting system. So it has this belt, which creates, when it's at the longest, it creates a quite deep drop of almost 40 centimeters. So you can also use it this way. It's a longer handle. You can actually like this, I can put it under my arm because the drop is, I think for under my arm, this is the minimum drop required, about 20-ish. So you can also, like the Constance, there are 3 ways of using it. Put this part down here, and then use it this way. So this is a shorter, relatively shorter drop. I think it's 30-ish something. So this is the 3 different ways. Yeah, 30-ish. So there's 3 different ways of using it. At its longest, I can actually use it crossbody. It would be a little bit high on my body, but I can definitely use it as a crossbody bag. So this is the mechanism shared with Constance. Yeah, it's really high up there. It's not very elegant. I actually normally just use it this way. So either under the arm or just to carry it on my hand. About the stitching, I checked actually before recording the video. It's all machine stitched, meaning there's no hand stitch. No, maybe I should say this. It's non-hand, no saddle stitch. It's because actually this bag basically already first for bags for men, very often it's not very often saddle stitched. It's a historical thing. I don't know why. Maybe the price was lower for man bags at that time. Until today, it's lower, right, for a comparable bag model. And 2, this bag doesn't have a lot of tension points because this part is the only tension points that I would consider, but it's not attached to the body with stitching system. So yeah, This is what I can tell you, because I first suspected that this part could be saddle stitch. Yeah, I would say saddle stitch in the future, but then I analyzed it, it's not. It might be hand stitched, but it's definitely not saddle stitch. So the year stamp, O in a circle, 1985. So this is a bag from 1985. It was actually a golden age for Hermes bags. They really managed to impose a lot of bag models as popular and desirable at that time. So yeah, it's a good time for Hermes. Yeah, so thank you very much for that. When did Grace Kelly became Grace Kelly? Is that during the same time almost? So I think that was when Hermes was really pushing their bags onto the market. So yeah, thank you very much for watching today. Actually, I decided to do the last video with something really similar to this. I will just leave it here and come back with the piece that I want to talk about. Thank you. See you next time.